As we move through this brand new year, we thank you for subscribing to our podcast. And if you have an idea or two about how we could make this information service more complete for you, we'd love to hear from you. We want to provide some genuine help for our listeners, answers and ideas to help you make the best possible investing decisions. And you can do that two ways. That is, communicate with us here. Use your phone or call anytime. Call our anytime line at 888-99-CHART. That's 888-992-4278. Or go to investtalk.com. That's InvestTalk with two T's, investtalk.com, and click on Contact Us. And thanks again for listening to Invest Talk. Welcome to our 1-hour meeting of the minds about money, your money. This is Invest Talk, made possible today and every day by KPP Financial. It's about managing risk while looking for profits, putting the money you worked for to work for you. And now, here's registered investment advisor Steve Peasley.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Invest Talk, January 16th. Welcome to all our new radio listeners, AM 860, and welcome to the podcast subscribers. Today I have with me, I'm Steve Peasley, and today I have with me Helen Crawford from KPP Financial. Helen, thanks for coming.
Hi, Steve. It's good to be here.
So I will have her help me pull up the charts and talk about what's going on in the market. That she's going to help me. I need lots of help. Trust me in this. You all should know that you can reach us anytime during our live hour right now or whenever you want to ask a question. Whenever it comes to you, we're here for you all the time. We want you to use this as a resource. That's what we're trying to do. Now, remember, our number one job is to help you make better decisions about money that will make you more money, make you more financially independent, and maybe help you retire when you want to retire, not when you have to retire or that you will never be able to retire. We want to give you the freedom to make that choice. Now, if you've listened to this program very long, you know we think globally. It's no longer a U.S. stock market. It's a world market. It's a world economy. It's a world market. Our companies, our bigger companies, and even some of our smaller companies do business internationally, not just in the U.S. anymore. And the growth is much higher in other parts of the world than here. At the same time, there's more risks involved as well. So we've got to worry about that. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about China. We've talked about it many times before. China's stock market has gotten crushed. You think ours is bad. Theirs was much worse than ours if you talk about the Shanghai Composite and how far it's fallen in the last year or two. But do you know that it's been rising quite sharply recently? Kind of interesting. It's a roller coaster ride. Do you like roller coasters? The Chinese market has been wild, I'll tell you that. But despite all that volatility, the Shanghai Composite has risen 25% during a 4-year period from 2004 to 2008, despite being crushed. Can you say that about our market? I don't think so. You can't say that about our market. Their market is better than ours over that period of time, that 4-year period. Now, the S&P lost 10% during that same period, while the Shanghai Composite went up 25%, even though it got crushed worse than we did. So think about that. So that's going to be the talking point today. Hop on the Chinese roller coaster. That's the article. It's you can see it. Let's see, where is that at? That's at The Motley Fool, Helen? Yeah. TheMotleyFool.com. We will be referring to them. That's going to be what we will talk about during this hour. Now, if you're new to the program, you may not know that we put on at least 6 Saturday morning wealth conferences per year. Sometimes we put on 10. Sometimes it depends on what's going on. Depends on how much energy I have. Right, Helen? Now, our next one is coming up January 24th in Berkeley. January 24th in Berkeley. So why should you spend 3 hours? It's from 9 to 12 in the morning. Why should you? Now, these sessions give us time to get to some details, show you some important investing concepts, and give you a chance to really understand what you need to do to succeed in the stock market. These are teaching conferences. We never try to sell anything. That's not what we do. We're just trying to teach you what the stock market is all about, how to find stocks, how to manage them.
That's right, Steve. And it's to clarify some things that you may not understand. It's to give you clarity and direction.
Yeah, give you some confidence of what you're doing. That's what they're for. It's January 24th at the Berkeley Marina at the DoubleTree Hotel. It's time to rebuild our portfolios, everybody. We all have to do that for 2009. Now, before the year is over, we would likely see some dramatic gains in the market. We probably, at least that's what history tells us. So we'll see, and we'll talk a little bit about that at these conferences. Today's conditions tell us that what we're seeing has been repeated before. We just haven't seen a regular recession in 20, 30 years. This is what a normal recession looks like. And what's happened in the last two major recessions? What happened after the market, after that period, in the depths of the recession, what happens to the stock market? A year after the depths of a recession, what does the stock market do? Those kinds of things, history tells us there's going to be a big rally. I can't tell you when. I don't know for sure. No one knows. That history has proven that this is what happens, but history doesn't have to repeat itself.
No, that's right. And not only do we have a recession that we're going through, but we have a new president coming in, new party taking over.
Yep.
How does that normally affect the market? We're going to be talking about that as well.
We will. You'll find you'll find some very interesting statistics. Mm-hmm. I tell you that. I can tell you that. Now, today the market had a very interesting start. It was up big in the day, then it fell back during the middle of the day. It was triple witching day today. Third Friday of every month, options expire. What that generally does is give us more volatility during that day. And we saw that today. It was up and down, and it ended up nicely on the up strike. But it was up at the beginning of the day, went down in the middle of the day, then came back up toward the end of the day. Well, that's fine. We're seeing 2 days in a row of up market. I find it kind of interesting that 2 days in a row up market just before a 3-day weekend.
Perfect timing.
Yep. That make our weekend a little bit happier anyways. But it was for the week. The week was a down week. It was a down week. About 200-300 points on the Dow because of that one day. Really got crushed.
And since the market's closed on Monday, Steve, I wonder how the market will react on Tuesday with the inauguration.
Yeah, when is the inauguration?
It's Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we won't know, will we? Well, it's going to be interesting. I don't really know. It's hard to know. Now, do you have a question about our conferences or about a stock or mutual funds, your mortgages? What? Lines are now open. You can get queued up right now by going to the phones. First, I just told you what happened in the market. We have Obama coming up. There were some details about his $800+ billion spending package. We got some of that. Bank of America got $20 billion. Things are happening all over the place. So what do you think is going to be the result of these things? All this money poured into the economy. What's going to happen? It's time for you to get on the phone. We have opened the lines for our Q&A portion of the program. That number is 888-99-CHART, 888-992-4278.
Are you a podcast listener? If you enjoy Invest Talk from the comfort of your running shoes or the front seat of your Jeep on your way to work and don't live in Northern or Southern California, you can still...